What's good, y'all? Back at it. We're over here at DDE.
About to get down on PT Cruiser. We just picked up a little bit ago, $500. Stripes out the A.
I was like, so I was looking at purchasing this PT as well, but I didn't jump on it. For one, I thought this was all graphics. I thought this was all just like laid on stickers. This is actually painted. It's painted on there. Everything is painted. It's like, look at this graphic on this whole PT.
There's even stuff on the hood. So.
And then it's on the other side as well.
We're gonna go through, it's got a major oil leak on the front. It's got a crank seal that's leaking. We're gonna tear all that stuff off, put a new timing belt water pump on, of course, but we're gonna delete the balance shaft while we're in there. And
that's a little hidden secret too, boys.
Yeah.
Don't be telling your friends about that balance shaft delete shit.
Right, yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of power hidden in there, so we're gonna do that. There's a couple other things we're gonna do in the midst of it all, but we'll show you guys all that in the process.
Mm-hmm. It is a pretty dirty engine bay, I will say. You can tell the intake was leaking quite a bit.
Yeah, it definitely needs a degrease and a pressure wash, that's for sure.
I mean, for $500, I mean, you can't really.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't, or you can complain, but I was like, you're beating a dead horse at that level. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty stock neon. I mean, or stock neon. Nice. This is a pretty stock PT. I mean, yeah, nothing looks done to it.
Hasn't been molested yet, basically. So
only on the interior a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, it is what it is. It's $500, so.
Yeah, how can you really beat that?
I was like, even the motor, if you went to a junkyard and pulled this motor out, it'd be $300. If you pulled the trans out, it'd be $250. Right there is your $500 damn near, or
yeah,
to where you'd be making your money back on it.
Yeah.
I know these top plenums, a lot of people don't like running these aluminum ones because they say that they crack or they hold heat. These ones are actually way better than a plastic one.
You can't hold, yeah. I mean, the plastic ones don't hold boost, you know.
And then the whole story behind the plastic ones given 10 more horsepower was a lie from a Chrysler representative. He actually did lie. They put it on the dyno and they showed that you do not get 10 more horsepower with that plastic plenum. You will actually get more horsepower with the aluminum one if you pour it and polish it. Which I know one company that does it is SDK still. It is kind of expensive, but if you can do it yourself, then more power to you. But yeah.
I think we're gonna start off by, I'm gonna discharge the AC because I got the machine. We're gonna get this stuff out of the way, drain drain the oil, drain the coolant, and start tearing into it.
So I'm just doing the intro for you guys, but Dan will be taking you on the road to success for this vehicle. Alright guys, we got the PT up in the air. Dan Bizzle's always working on something else.
Yeah.
We're letting it drain out, so I mean there'd be no reason for Dan to be doing anything else right now, but get some light right here. Just to show you guys how oily and bad this is. Like, look at the alternator and look how wet it is. Just everything over here. So it's the cam seals are leaking over here. But I mean, he's gonna be doing the whole timing, so he's got new cam seals to put in. But it just kind of baffles me on how much oil is actually coming out of the motor. But yeah, we got the AC deleted. We got the AC all pumped out. We got the coolant all dripping out right now. Wow, get some light on the subject.
Yeah.
So we're just draining the oil.
See the coolant dripping down?
We got a little rainfall right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing is so leaky, boys. So leaky. But we got DD on it, so he's gonna fix it up nice.
Right. It's been leaking for a while. We're gonna make sure it doesn't drip a drop when we're done. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Back here with DDE TV. We are working on our striped PT Cruiser. I got this thing pretty much torn down. I didn't want to bore anybody with all the timing belt, motor mount stuff, because people really hate that. I mean, people complain about doing these all the time and how hard they are. I do have it torn down to our point of failure. You see that nice crank seal there? It's pretty much sticking out, so that's where all the oil's coming from. Basically, what we're gonna do next here is pull the oil pump off, pull the oil pan off. Then we're gonna pull the oil pump pickup tube, the oil pump, start cleaning everything up, take our balance shaft out that's inside the oil pan. I'm gonna get to the next step on that real quick, but let's go take a look outside. We got our heater running up there. Of course, the shop's a mess as usual. I think we're almost sitting about 70 degrees up there. Take a little sneak peek out here. Look at all that white stuff. It's still snowing. Still coming down. Showing off our little timing belt balance shaft elite job on our PT Cruiser. I'm pretty sure in the last clip we showed, you know, the seals popped out. I already pulled the crank gear off. If you can't get it to this point, then you probably, you know, without reinventing a bunch of cuss words, then you probably shouldn't be doing a job like this. So I'm gonna grab another light here real quick and we'll get started on it. Turn this off so we can. We got our, this is basically the balance shaft. I already pulled like one of the little plastic tensioners off. We threw that in the trash, of course. Here's a little cover plate I took off. Pull this little gear off, maybe. All right, well. Anyway, we're gonna see it all here in a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this assembly off and we'll drop it, and basically we'll be left with the chain hanging there. Then we'll probably move on to the oil pump, and I'll show you taking that off real quick. You see our little crank seals, yep, popped out. That's our oil leak. Drop this down. Maybe that gear will come off now. And maybe not. Yeah, it's pretty messy. Yeah, get over there already. All right. So we're gonna let this thing sit here and drain the rest of the crap out. You have to clean. Apparently, Got it all over my shoe. All right. All right, so you can see we got our chain left here. There's a gear up inside here. So you can see we've got our keyway here. Take that and pop that out. You're never gonna get the seal past that, so you kind of got to use a little common sense here, folks. So we got our keyway out. Of course, this seal comes right out. I don't really see anything wrong with it. Maybe it's just old or whatever. Oh, look at it. Split right there. So yeah, trash. The rest of these are all like 13 millimeter. There we go, right off. Right off. We're gonna take this apart in another sequence, and I'm gonna completely disassemble this thing and go through it all, get all this other crap off the outside. But now we see our happy little chain and that we're gonna take off. And of course, I'm gonna throw that away too. Now we got our little gear. A lot of times people will just cut the chain, leave this gear in here. You're throwing a lot of metal around. So right up there, you see that little hole next to the bolt hole? That's an oil feed hole. We're gonna have to plug that off. So it goes right up here to this feed hole from the oil pump. So if you get any metal shavings in here, anything like that, you're basically gonna, any of that stuff comes loose, you're gonna pump it through the motor, which yeah, is not gonna make things last very long. So this is basically why I disassemble it to this point and take the oil pump off, because I can drill this hole and I can run a tap in there, and then I can wash everything back out this way, all the metal shavings, all that stuff, and then put our little plug in there, and then it's good to go. We don't have to worry about it, you know, killing the main bearings and rod bearings. So give me a second here. Throw the camera back on. Gotta clean the rest of the oil off. That one ain't working. That's it. So the reason why I like to get rid of these, of course, you got rotating mass here, folks. So I mean, this doesn't weigh a ton, but this is why we put lighter rods, lighter pistons, and rebalance engines. Take weight out so stuff spins up quicker. All right, YouTube, here we are back at it, DDE TV. You can see we showed you taking the oil pump off last time. We're gonna drill and tap this little oil galley right here. put a plug in it. I got all the tools kind of set up for it. I'm just gonna put a 5/16 24 plug in there. Like I said, this oil galley feeds here, so the oil pumps off, so any metal shavings I get up in here, or you know, chips from the tap, all that, I can shoot brake cleaner in here and wash it out. So that's basically why I do it this way. Make sure everything's clean, plus you can kind of check the oil pump, all that stuff, make sure it's not gonna cause a failure in the future. Like I said before, use a little common sense here, folks. It's probably even plenty. That will go a little bit further. Okay. Feel that thing kind of bottom out. That's probably at the bottom of where I drilled it. And it appears I'm out of brake cleaner. So we're gonna take a little break and we'll get back to it here in a second. So we'll wash the rest of that crap out. And then we'll stick our plug up in there. You can actually like stick the straw in the hole and man, good thing I'm making it look easy, huh? There it is. You can see that stuff flowing right out of there. So, should be nice and clean at this point. Plenty of Loctite on it. I'm gonna put grab this with some pliers and kind of put some really good burrito power on it. Because yeah, you don't want that coming out. Another thing, when I usually put, I usually get new bolts a certain size, put a washer on them so it kind of covers that hole too, so that plug should not come out. That's kind of what I'm waiting for at this point, is those are the 4 bolts that held the balance shaft assembly on. So I'm going to take them, they still screw up into the block, and I figure that's just extra support there. So I'm kind of waiting on those. I'm going to clean the rest of this stuff up. I'm going to put the oil pump back on, and while we're waiting for those bolts, clean the water pump area up and get those installed. See, we stuck that one in already with the washer covering up our oil feed hole. So we'll go ahead and put these in. I did put Loctite on them. That is probably not needed, but just want to make sure. Okay, got our torque wrench set already. I'm gonna torque these to 55 foot-pounds.